Good evening, universe. I'm Supreme Broadcaster Ron Stellarious Maximus, and I'm very important. In breaking news today, a rogue moon made entirely of cheese has drifted out of orbit and collided with a minor gas giant in the Praxis system. Galactic President brings down the hammer. We'll take a look at the weather and sports, but first... NASA is still working on the Artemis missions, you know, the one where you're trying to go back to the moon. There were delays. Again, NASA said things like technical adjustments and safety requirements, which translated into normal language means something important fell off and we're putting it back on before we launch humans into space. Good call, NASA. Nobody likes surprise explosions. Now, over to Jagon for other updates from the Laniakea supercluster. Thanks, Ron! Hello, Cosmos. This is your IBN news update from the Andromeda Local Group. So, NASA leadership, still slower than a Jupiter sloth migrating uphill. They're holding meetings about meetings, forms about forms, and one committee dedicated to deciding if the rocket looks emotionally ready. While Jared is out there flying spacecraft like it's a weekend hobby and casually broadcasting the universal signal of competence. While NASA debates fuel margins, Isaacman already has the helmet, the checklist, and, according to rumor, the launch codes written on a sticky note. Sometimes the right leader isn't the one talking, it's the one silently inching toward the ignition switches. If you won't, I will. Hand me the keys. He was renominated on November 4, following the earlier withdrawal of his initial nomination in May. His second confirmation hearing before the Senate Commerce, Science, and Transportation Committee is scheduled for December 3. While he enjoys strong bipartisan support and industry backing, with expectations of an eventual Senate vote post-hearing, no confirmation has occurred yet. That's all from me, Jagan Volds. Back to you, Ron. Well, how about that Jagon? Over to Panel Tamarind for the weather. Hi, I'm Panel Tamarind, and this is the weather. Today, the big story is the 3AI Atlas Climate Model thing. Scientists say it helps predict storms, heat waves, and other weather events before they happen? I don't know how it works, but I do know this. Computers are smart, birds are also smart. Therefore, weather is basically birds with electricity. That's science.
Suddenly around a degree Celsius, Saturdays twigs tipple, Earth of 60s, Earth crest wing madrate.
And the solar system weather, temperatures are soaring in places where the sun is pointing. Cooler in places where the sun is not pointing. I checked twice. I love couch. I love couch. Back to you, Ron. That's Panel, our resident weirdo. Moving along. Galaxy President Reginald Poofter just banned the Milky Spiral from the Intergalactic Federation Summit. The decision comes after repeated incidents involving unauthorized button pressing, unsanctioned glitter deployment, and one attempt to ride the Federation's sacred quantum llama. Diplomatic fallout is expected, though analysts say nothing meaningful will change because, quote, politics moves slower than a black hole with commitment issues. More updates as the situation deteriorates. And finally, in lighter news, the Colonies held not one but two spectacularly bad ideas this week. Europa hosted its first Zero-G Pogo Marathon, where team champion Blixie Horvath bounced 42 kilometers, accidentally launching into a ceiling vent and reappearing 3 domes away in a cucumber farm.
Blixie's official statement? Worth it, bro. Yeah, I was blah, and the next thing, I smashed through this dome.
Meanwhile, over on Ganymede, the annual Micro Llama Rodeo ended when this year's winner, 8-year-old Luna Martinez, was thrown off her Luff 3, who then bounced away and politely vomited on a tourist. Ganymede cliff diving update: 1 perfect dive, 0 landing. Still searching. Please stop giving hippies access to zero gravity. That's the galaxy. I'm Stellarious Maximus, reminding you, stay classy, galaxy. Meanwhile, over on Ganymede, Guyana, Yuan, Guanamode, fuck it, I can't say that word!